Well, what is up, everyone? Look at this collection we have to go through. Look at this thing. It's massive. It's a massive, massive collection of cards. We already went through a ton of it the other day. Let me know when you can see me, when you can hear me. We went through a ton of it the other day, and not off stream. And it's time to do the rest of it today. I was thinking, I don't have the time to make content today as much as I want to, and so we might as well just stream it. So let me know when you can hear me, when you can see me, and we can hang out and chat and have some fun. But this thing is a massive collection. So yeah. Have I been live this whole time? I just went live, right? Cool. All right, so this is a big collection. So this is the way this is going to work. I didn't have time to like set it up exactly how I wanted to set it up, how we've done it in the past. But we've got the top-down camera here that's scanning the cards, and we are using the TCG Player Quick List software. If you've never used that before, that's what it is. And yeah, this is going to be a huge collection of everything. We're not going to do foils right now. We're going to separate foils out. We're just going to put the cards like this, and then they scan, and we're going to make sure the set's right. So that's a Goblin Lackey, and you can see the value, and it's going to be fun. Or this is a non-English card. We're going to set that aside. We're going to do everything as kind of LP because these are played cards, and I'm not going to take them out of every sleeve. I can kind of tell the condition on them. This is like one of the things that stores will do to save a little bit of time. You could probably list all these as near mint. Sorry, my button down there is not working. Probably list all these potentially as near mint, but you're going to have a lot of people complain. And so by doing it as LP, a lot of stores, they save some time and some energy. So Core 19 Gutter Snipe is below our value, so we'll make a pile back here that's below our value. You guys can ask questions, hang out in the chat. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. I figure it's more fun to do this live than to not. All these singles will be available at gamegrove.gg if you're looking for anything, hopefully by the end of the day. And then additionally, if you're looking to sell your collection, hit me up at KitchenTableTCG@gmail.com. And we can do this again. These are all foils. Those are going to the foil stack. We'll scan foils separately because that's the way this works best. Ravnica Allegiance. Now, a lot of this stuff will be, and that kind of thing we'll put off to the side. Another Lava Spike. Whenever there's multiple copies, again, checking the condition on this, there's two that are going to be in the LP, or three total that are going to be the LP. They're from different sets, so we go like this. We save as a new one of the Modern Masters. That will be two of that. And then this is going to be a different set, Champions of Kamigawa. We'll change that one and then change it to one and then save as new. And then these two are not in LP condition. So we're going to set those aside and we'll scan them in later when we're scanning in the not. Oh, that's interesting. Check out this, a little misprint Heoken, maybe, or that's just the way it is on the top. I don't know. Anyway, it's foil. We'll get to it later. Lightning Bolt, Goblin Guide, all foil. We're running through this online. I've done quite a bit of business with online. Really great stuff. Lots of foils. There's a huge collection of, all these are foils. Huge collection of playable singles. That is a lot of fun. So yeah, what's up, Ivan? Yeah, this is just from somebody who watches the YouTube channel. I've done some sorcery trades with him. I've done some magic stuff with him. He's done some One Piece with him. We've just done a bunch of business, and this is just one of those things where he just had more cards. And so here we are buying the collection again, and we will we'll keep doing so until he runs out of cards or I run out of money, one of the two. The best part is the singles he has is they're pretty fast selling. We got another Skull Clamp here. It is from the list slot. So the way this works is you can just go to the list and then you save as new, and then it saves for both of them. So pretty cool. Spellbook, really great card. And we buy any card over $1 is kind of our threshold. And this TCG player will actually set it up to go directly to our inventory when we hit submit, which is pretty cool. So it seems like a lot of work up front to value out stuff. But at the end of the day, it does save us some time. Another 8th edition spellbook We'll just double that. At the end of the day, it does save a lot of time because we are able to just hit the submit button, and then the list is accurate and online. As long as we do the list accurate here and make sure the conditions and sets are all right, then it's really easy. So this is Commander Val, Crimson Val. Where you at, Crimson Val? Heck. Where is it? All right, we're gonna save that one for later because it's not the right set and I can't do it while I'm live. I don't know. I can't see that way. Yeah. What's up, Jeff Bean? Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate you. Anyway, what else are you guys up to? What do you guys want to talk about today as we scan through cards? We're going to talk about the state of the Magic singles market. Because everybody talks about Magic singles as if they're like trash and going down. But I'll tell you what, Magic singles sell faster than any other game. Summoner's Bond. Magic singles fly. Other than maybe One Piece right now. They're low, but they move. What's up, Sandwich? Yeah, Magic singles are, I get it. They're cheap right now, and everything's, especially the high-end stuff. We're gonna do a video on the channel that that talks about like high-end stuff that I've been purchasing over the last couple weeks. Everything high-end, way down. But like playable singles are still super fast moving. Like, I don't know. It's hard to be upset as a store about buying singles, because singles we still do 200 orders a day. It's not like things aren't moving. It's just sealed product that from a store perspective is just so bad right now because they're just printing so much. And the price point is so high. It's just wild. Oh, that was another, so duplicate on this. The only negative is duplicates won't scan. You have to like kind of catch yourself. But one of the things I always do first, and I didn't do, is separate out foils from non-foils. It just makes it a lot faster. We organize our cards like that though too. So once it's efficient, right? Like once they are separated, they just stay separated, and that's how we scan. We got 2 of those Astral Dragons. I'm thinking about getting into Spell Table soon. All right, give me your sales pitch on why we should get into Spell Table. That's where you can play online, right? Is that what Spell Table is? Can't you just like do that on Discord with a phone and a camera or whatever? Because I've been thinking about opening up my Discord server and having like Commander games. And like hosting stuff like that in the Discord server. How would Spell Table? Oh man, look at that artwork. Look at those cute. What are those cute little rabbits? Rabbit foxes? Is that like a mix between a rabbit and a fox? The Spell Table setup has gotten a lot better. I'll have to look into that. We're gonna do. So I hate when this does. That's scanned in as a promo pack. So now we have to add extended art and make sure it's Margin Machine. Oh, you can click on a card. It like recognizes the card. That's pretty cool. So if I was going to do that with the Discord server, would everybody need Spell Table, or could you have people who don't have Spell Table? We can do that on Arena. People like playing with their physical cards though. And then they can play Commander. You can't play Commander on Arena. 2 Blighted Agents. Like if Arena had all the cards, it would be so good. Ooh, a Daze here. But like without having all the cards, it just limits you from being able to play the format that like most people want to play. Our foil stack's falling. Lots of foils, lots of foils. So the idea of the Discord server is going to be that we have a server for people who like the channel. We already have a Discord server for the patrons, but we're going to like open it up to non-patrons. And then patrons will have like a special section and some cool stuff. They'll be only able to trade Like you won't be able to trade if you're not a patron. That way, like we can keep the, the people who are trading locked in with some accountability. And then we'll have some like discounts for patrons and that kind of, or discounts for people who are paying to support versus who are just in there. So yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have a group of people. We could have a commander night, be like a little online LGS. I know it's been done by other people, but I haven't done it. So, well, I did it in the pandemic, but all right. So this is a Mystic Confluence. This is cool. Ready? 25 cents for the regular one, but ready? Watch when you go and you make it into times per hour remastered. 50 cents. Some of those are crazy. The value of the foil or the times per hour ones are kind of crazy sometimes. Lots of slivers, lots of foils. We'll get to this one's more than LP. That in the more than LP stack. Under. Keep an eye out on the channel for the Discord announcement. Yeah, the foil times power are crazy. All right, we got 2 more of these ponders. They are the same set. Yeah, that was my favorite part of that whole that was that they made foils fun to chase again. And I said it on the channel that was the problem with Dominaria Remastered, is that there was no chase because of the collector boxes. I think we're gonna have the same problem with this next one that's coming out. Reality Shift, man, that's coming way down. Reshape. Double Masters. So I'm actually controlling when it pops up. It's kind of cool. When it pops up and has multiple sets, I actually have a foot controller. Ready? Oh, it's not gonna do it. I'll show you. Where I can select down and enter, so I don't have to touch my mouse. Like I don't have to make it faster. That's kind of cool. Little things we do to save time. I want to buy. I have a card sorter coming. That would be help. Are you pro new reserve list against the existing one? What's up, Yoko B Loco? My Christmas was great, my friend. So watch, I can go down to core set 20. I'm using my foot. Look, no hands. And I hit enter. But that card's below value anyway. My pro new reserve list or against? Am I against? I'm not necessarily against. I don't know. The reserve list is a really tough conversation. I think that you get rid of the reserve list and that will be the last straw for most collectors. I think you're going to see the value of Magic cards erode significantly. And that's going to suck. I also feel like the proxy culture of Magic has already kind of won. So I'm not sure what it really does for the community. And on top of that, Wizards has already shown that when they do reprint the reserve list, or if they do reprint the reserve list, they're going to do it in such a money side that, like, I don't think it's going to solve the things that the community that wants reprints wants. Like, they're going to make it so expensive that, like, it's just not going to make the singles more reachable in the way that people think they want. And I think it's going to do more damage than good because of that. So that would be my opinion on it. I would say the best option is what they, I think, have been trying to do, which is to reprint the reserve list by printing better cards in sets that kind of overtake that. I use a Sony ZV-1, but there is a much better option, which I don't remember right now, that is way cheaper. The Sony ZV-1 is like a $700 camera. That's what I use for my content. So it's like already what I'm using. I don't have to set up anything, and it works great. But they make a little like tiny camera. If you shoot me an email, I can send you the Amazon link. That's actually like the recommended one now for quick list, and it works super well. I don't know that I would say it works as well as this one necessarily. It's definitely cheaper and more efficient space wise though. All right, so we've got revised here. Revised. It has no date in the bottom. This is a revised Death Lace, 25 cents, not above the vet. Port of Ambition. What's up, Paul Sakura? Thank you for subscribing, my friend. What's going on, Screen Watcher 33? Are you enjoying your screen watching? And I have bought so many dark rituals. I had so many dark rituals. Crazy. What up, Riddleman Gaming? Hopefully you guys are doing well. We are just buying collections, hanging out, talking about cards. Have a good one, Trading Card Game Completionist. Thanks for stopping by. Exchange Weight. A great card. That is the list. Fatal Pushes. Foils. This is MP. We'll do that later. Fleshbag Marauder. Foil. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, the shorts have been crazy. Yeah, it's been nuts. The channel growth has been crazy because of those shorts. Now I got to figure out what kind of content I can make to like keep people engaged who watch the shorts and bring them onto the regular content side. That's the challenge. The lowest I'll list on TCG Player depends on how busy we are. Usually 50 cents to $1. Depends on kind of what our inventory looks like and how busy orders are. For a large collection like this, it's usually $1, $1.50. You know, just because it can get out of hand so fast with the low value stuff. So it just kind of depends on the busyness of life and the store and how busy my employees are and that kind of thing. How much extra work we want to do. It's taking you 4 times longer sorting modern cards just because I gotta stop and appreciate the art of every other card. Dude, I feel that way about vintage cards. Like, look at that necromancy. Like, how do you not stop and look at that thing? That's crazy. Flip the script, guess the card. You mean when it's me on the camera? I got that last one. My wife was making fun of me of how aggressive I was. But Donald wanted to waste time. Like, you only have a minute. You gotta get right in there. You only have a minute to guess the card. You can't like screw around with that thing. The best way to do that is to start off with the question, is it a permanent? You go, is it a permanent? Is it colored or colorless? Or sorry, is it a permanent? Is it colored? Then creature, if the answer is yes, that it's a permanent, then creature, enchantment, art, artifact, that kind of thing. And from there, it's kind of mana cost, but everybody wastes their time on mana cost. Like, everybody starts at 1. You got to say, is it 3 or more? And then you have to say, is it 3 or less? Because that skips a lot of time. You just got to be efficient. That's a game of efficiency. And then after the efficient side of it, it's just a game of your knowledge of Magic, which my knowledge of Magic is lacking compared to most people at my store. A lot of them, like, more can like recite cards off of memory. But yeah, Donald loves to bring it into what did I do wrong? That other rotting rats not scan? Oh, it's just a 2. Cool. Hey Yoko, do you use Quick List? I know you do a ton of singles. Reassembling Skeleton, one of the most iconic Magic cards of all time. I know, it's just an iconic card. Sign in Blood. I didn't think that was going to have any value. Sometimes I just don't even scan them because I know, but other times I'm like, when I'm streaming, I get so distracted. I'm already trying to like make sure I don't mess up because I'm distracted from the streaming. It is way more fun to do this and stream with you all though, because this gets very boring. I scanned cards in at the shop for 8 hours the other day. 8 hours of scanning these cards in. Wild. I was so bored. I was like talking to customers and running events and stuff, but like selling product. I mean, it wasn't like wasted time because I was at the shop working. But you've been studying up on black cards, ready for the getting ready for guess the card, win a card. Some people in the store love it. Some people in the store don't love it. And it's like a challenge to remember that, to figure out which people to go to. But I also don't just want the same people on every time. Ditcher Supplier. That's crazy. That's still an expensive card. I remember that was a lot more expensive. Oh, Stinkweed Imp, the retro frame. Oh, I'm surprised that doesn't have a little bit more dollar value. Because it doesn't have a little bit more there. What's up, MT Gaming and Dark F2? Thank you so much for subscribing, you guys. You're amazing. I can sort in alpha as a few beats of a box of full cards, then I can list them all. 4,000 cards in a workday. I think I could probably do that in 8 hours with quick list. Your difference for you is that all your stuff is the same set. So it's really easy for you to like, not easy. Sorry, I'm not trying to like downplay what you do. Different, I guess. Like oh, this card never scans. You don't have to worry about the different sets. You can just kind of throw it all together. If you see me not scanning something, it's because it's foil or the condition is low. Total dollar count is hard because I can get it for you. Let's do. Here's one total dollar count. Where's that? Window. So this pulls up market price and I buy it low. So it's a little bit hard. It doesn't give you the ability to switch, but you guys can still watch them up. Right there again? There you go. Yeah, but so that's one of the weird things about this. We've had to find a way to take it and what we do is export. What I do is I hit there's not even a way to print or to export this as a CSV, which is super annoying. QuickList has a lot of frustrating parts to it. It's still really good. It's got a lot of frustrating parts to it. One of the which is that you can't have it, tell you what the low price is. And the other part is that you can't export as a CSV to like be able to look at the data differently. Like if I wanted to export this as a CSV and say, give me cards that are above $10 because the person only wants to do that, that kind of thing. I can't do that. So that's kind of frustrating. But what we've found is a workaround. We print to PDF. So I hit print up here and then I say print to PDF and then I use a PDF to CSV converter online, Zamzar. And then I can have a CSV of the files that I can then interact with and, kind of figure out what exactly what the value of the cards above a certain percentage are or a certain price are, or figure out some of the other details on that kind of stuff. But yeah, QuickList definitely lacks in some of the basic departments of which it could be very good in, which is very frustrating. Tough when I only have a few on one set. Gets cluttered. Yeah, that's fair. And this is a massive collection. We don't this is not every day that a big collection like this comes in. This is a good one because it will stock up the inventory for for quite a while. We'll probably try to slow down our sales for a while and just kind of, because otherwise you put this many cards. Let's see, this is what one is this? Brothers War. Otherwise you put this list of cards in and you have 5,000 orders tomorrow. And so what we'll do is we'll slow it down a little bit. We'll raise our prices by like 1 or 2% so that, you know, you're not overpaying for cards, but it slows the sales down for a little bit. And that'll help a lot. Wish I had another employee to help me with this. I'll have my store manager will help me out and scan a lot this afternoon while he's working, and then hopefully we'll be done with this tonight. But it's good. I was hoping to, let's see, DMC, Dominaria Collector. I'm hoping to be able to stream some sorcery opening or playing tonight. So we're shooting the podcast on Thursday night this week, which is a rare thing for us. Anger, Judgment. Man, I love the old art for Anger. That is so freaking sick. Look at that. That's so sick. What's the best way to acquire bulk rares if you don't have a physical store? Probably, I would say eBay, like buying collections on eBay. The $1,000 bulk things seem pretty good. Yeah, the pricing tool, that's a good thing. The mass price tool is what we use. You want an alpha sorcery opening? I was thinking I was gonna do another stream where I play, but you want it, baby. You want it, and if I get this done, I'll stream alpha. We can do an alpha opening. We can do it. We can do it. We can have some fun. Listen, I am always up for opening alpha. There's nothing more fun in my life than opening alpha. Chain Lightning not holding up. Here's let's see. A Legends, but it's beat up. What else do you guys want to chat about? What's going on in the world of Magic? How do you guys think that Ravnica Remastered's going to do? I don't think it's going to do very well, in my opinion. I hope it does, though. I hope I get surprised. That's the type of set that I hope, like, I just lose on. Like my attitude was just wrong on, and it just turns out to be a banger. I don't think that's the way it's going to go, but I hope that's the way it goes. All right, there's 3 Masters 25 Illidan of the Great Reveal, and then 2 Journey into Nyx. So we'll change this to 2, and then change this to Journey, and then save as new. Fire Blast. What reprints for CEDH are you excited about? Faithless Looting. If anybody wants this playmat, I've got 1 left at my store, and I'm so sick of looking at it. The meme Faithless Looting artwork. All right, we're done with 1 stack. Well, unfoiled. Oh, a foil. Foil sucks. Probably do that off camera because I'll get. I've only got 2 hours to stream anyway today. I gotta help my kids get down for bed. 4 Triangles of War. Visions. What does that card do? Sacrifice Triangle of War. Pay 2. Sacrifice Triangle of War. Choose target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. Each creature deals the amount of damage. Oh, they just fight? Huh. Seems like a pretty inefficient fight spell. And more Triangles of War. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more Triangles of War. So 16 total Triangles of War. Anybody need 16 Triangles of War? Oh, is it reserveless? That's reserveless, huh? This is what I'm saying about the reserve list is like stuff like that. I know that's not the question of like, what are they going to reprint? But stuff like that, they've already, ooh, that's a Russian, I don't know. I don't know what that card is. What is it? Tell me, computer. Trepidation Blade. Interesting. More Triangles of War. Talisman of Progress. Of Dominance. What are these ones? The ones that, oh, okay. Certain ones. By the way, this is streaming and doing this is just more fun. It is not more efficient. It definitely is going to slow me down, but it's less boring. So if you're judging me for my speed of which this takes, please don't. 1, 2, 3 more progress ones. Man, there's a lot of the talismans. Another progress, more Triangle of War. All right, hold on, let me get all the progress. They're like not fully sorted. All right, so we had 1 progress there, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Talisman of Progresses. Innocent, thank you, my friend. 6 progress. Impulse, we have 1, 2, 4 impulse. And dominance, we have 1, just 1. All right, indulgence, have we scanned that one yet? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 indulgence. Ooh, 6 of the expensive one. Why is that so expensive? It's in Radkos? Why would the Radkos? Why would the Radkos one be more? Hold on, I need a drink. Sweet as a baby lamb. Hoping for a Grits the Hunger Tide. We had one of those. I don't know. We sold it. Are these more talisman? What did I do wrong? I didn't count through them all. Oh man, I'm so distracted. All right, indulgence. The 6 of them, we put them down. All right, we have another indulgence, 2 more three more dominance. Okay, so indulgence goes to 7. Dominance needs to go up 2, 3. All right. Done with the talismans. I do not do the TCG player buy list. I've heard too many horror stories from stores with the TCG player buy list where they have their prices set and people got like shenanigan-y, and I don't feel like I need it. And I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm pretty I've not figured out how to stay organized yet in my life with the YouTube channel and everything. And so I'm not at the point where I trust myself to be able to manage something like that. I stick away from it. I just don't. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because I do so much other stuff to have to like worry about this buy list cards coming in and scanning through them and making sure it's all right. I feel like I'll just get burned because I don't have the energy. And then I also, the YouTube channel provides a decent amount of cards coming in that are from elsewhere. The dual decks. Dude, the dual decks were my favorite product of all time. All right, Triskelion. What are you at? Oh, 15 cents. You're not going to make it, buddy. You're not making it. I hear. Death of Nin, the Knights who say Ni. The Knights who say Nin. Stone calendar from the dark. And not LP though, that's the problem. Strixhaven Stadium, I hate this card. Joey, you're wrong. That card sucks. What's up, Winswood? Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Again, if you're ever looking to sell your cards, hit me up at KitchenTableTCG at gmail.com. We do buy collections. We do buy singles. We buy everything. Reserve list, high end, low end. I'm not afraid of a card. I'm new to Card Market. So if, for example, I buy a land set from Card Market. I don't know what you're asking, my friend. A land set from Card. I don't know what that would be. I'm not on Card Market. I think that's isn't that the European one? I would assume that there's got to be a description for what you get. You did some buy listing yourself and always did well. If you can sell the buy list card. Yeah, I mean, like, I think if you know what you're doing with the buy list, I think there's probably money to be made. I've heard horror stories of people getting just completely wrecked. Yeah, I don't like checking prices every day either. I use the quick price because I don't have time to go in and set my prices on 9,000 cards every day. I try to keep our inventory at like, this is the same. Try to keep my inventory at around 9,000 to 10,000 cards. Value Town, this is TCG Player Quick List software. You get it at seller level 4 when you upgrade to being a pro seller. Pay a little bit extra in fees and stuff to be able to have access to it as a pro seller. I think it's well worth it. I wish they upgraded it and did a little bit better, but it's pretty good. Quick price, mass price is in, it's not in quick list. It's, if you are a level 4 seller, you can go to massprice.tcgplayer.com and it'll pop up. Lots of under dollar cards here. That's what I'm noticing. Lots of duplicates, which is good. Wand of Ith. I love this because I always find new cards. Wand of Ith. It's gonna be well, it's underrated. Look at one card from random target player's hand. If that card is not a land, target player must choose to either. That's a lot of text. You ever wonder if cards like that are just like super good, but nobody's ever bothered to read them all the way? Or is that just me? Am I the only one that's that lazy? Wall of junk. Let's get through this wall of junk dollar cards to get some good stuff. 40K in stock and without mass price it can't be done. I heard binder POS. Yeah, binder POS is good, but they take more percentage and that drives me nuts. I wish I could just pay monthly for something like that. The whole setup is ridiculous. Like the amount of people who take a cut. Nuts. Yeah, Whisper So Cloak's a great card. Azur's Monument. Howling Mine. I said that about the Bible. Like, oh man, this is super good, but that's a lot of words. That's funny. So I like audiobooks or podcasts. My wife was like, I really think we need to read some parenting books this year. I was like, I mean, I'll read them if you really want me to, but isn't there an audiobook? And she's like, yeah. I was like, well, even better, is there like a podcast of the author talking about it? Because then it's like, just give me the good stuff, right? The podcast skips through all the BS of like trying to set it up, and you can just listen to a discussion. Like that's the efficient way to learn, I think, is listen to podcasts. What's up, Ronald Grant? Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate you being here. 250K in stock and manually price everything. I have a cycle go through. That's crazy, dude. You're nuts. More power to you, though. More power to you. All right, we're in the Karns now. There's got to be a good Karn. Karn Living Legacy was one of the most disappointing cards of last year. At me. Tell me why I'm wrong. Kozilek is worthless because it got reprinted in the commander deck. We got Park's Thumb. Oh, my daughter's crying. Honey, what's wrong? Park's Thumb. Ooh, Jade Statue. It is not beta. It is not unlimited. It is revised. Is it revised? I think it's revised. It doesn't have a revised. It must be unlimited. You can tell. I always have to look this up. It's like the double beveled border is the big thing. It's nice when it doesn't have a revised because then you're just like, oh, it is unlimited. And you don't have to do the work to end. Everybody knew that already. Sorry, guys. My B. I'm not. You guys are better than me. You guys should make YouTube channels. Jeweled Amulet. Bulk rares we usually use to make our booster packs that we have in store. They're called Grove Grabs now. We do like 25 bulk rares for $10. We try to curate them to a commander. So it's like a really great tool to like pick up your new a new commander deck. That's kind of what we usually use them. You're more than welcome to pick through the excess that we have too, Breaker, if you would like to. Jester's Cat. We changed it to Grove Grabs because I wanted to start branding things as Game Grove more. I think if we can lean into our name, it will go better for in general. Just have like things that are like Vidalcan Orrery is down to $6, dude. Oh my gosh. That's the stuff that kills me. Vidalcan Orrery used to be like a $30 card. $6. Are you kidding? It's like value erosion. I started playing 93, 94. I'm old and basically early Magic's the only thing I know. I have a YouTube channel that's awful compared to this. Oh, I bet you it's great. MPE. Don't talk bad about my friend Rejas. Okay? Be kind to my friend. Voodoo Doll. Oh my gosh, look at that artwork. Old Magic is so much better than new Magic. So I was working on a theory here. Ready? I was working on a theory. The amount of changes that Magic has gone through in the last 30 years. Magic is not even recognizable compared to what it was 30 years. And like everyone's upset about pricing and their, whatever. But I think a bigger thing that people have a harder time identifying is that it just feels different. It just feels different to them. And I think that that's an issue that I'm not sure Wizards can solve, because Magic has grown because of creating that issue. Magic is far more, we were talking about this yesterday, I was scanning through all the black cards, and it was all like demons and like really, really graphic like rituals and stuff like that. I have nothing like, I'm not saying it's like, I'm not trying to be like a religious card or whatever, but from a casual person's comfort level, I think it's a little bit like, it's a little bit on edge for like growing a game wide is my point. And I think that they changed that because they wanted a wider base. And that's good for the game. It's bad for those of us who really like the old feeling of everything. The guy Joker, we are using quick list software. You get it at seller level 4. When you become a pro level seller, you have to pay a little bit extra for in fees for access to stuff like this. But it's super good. You can just submit the list directly to there. There are a lot of things that we wish were changed on it. And no, I am not the same as I was 30 years ago, and that's a great point. Umbilicus. Is that like an umbilical cord? What the freak? Look, he's got an umbilical cord going into his back. During each player's upkeep, that player pays 2 life or returns a permanent he or she controls to his owner's hand. Wild. Absolutely wild. What is it? 50,000 magic cards now? Something like that? Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been playing. There's always something new. This is why Guess the Card, Win the Card is so ridiculously hard. Versus Bobble. What are we doing? 5th edition here. 1, 2, 3 5th edition Bobbles. I thought somebody told me that it was 50K. I remember 40K 2 years ago. I remember hearing that number. Wouldn't it surprise me if we got 10,000 cards last year? Thornbite Staff. This is an expensive card. Thornbite Staff is wild. Equipped creature has paid 2. Tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. When a creature is put into a graveyard this turn, untap target creature. Pretty great. When a shaman creature enters, you get to attach it. Pretty great card. Oh god, more talismans. Oh god, way more talismans. The MH2 talismans? Is that what we were scanning earlier? I might have to check the talismans. I did them right. We've got Innistrad Midnight Hunt Talisman. We got MH2 Talisman of Creativity. Or regular Mountain Red. $30 watching, 8 likes, slackers. Thank you, Wurist, for helping me out, my friend. This is hard content to this is content I never know if it's going to do well or not. Today's video, though, we will have a collection buy like experience for you, some stuff that I got in trade this week, and then some stuff that people gifted me this week, which is kind of cool. Really cool. I'm gonna tell you, there's an alpha misprint in there, so make sure you watch the video later today. Alpha misprint from Magic Alpha. Really cool stuff. So yeah, fun. I'll slide my thumb up, but only because you said it. Love to chat you something about what features you want in a piece of software to help your business. I'm a dev and believe there's a market for better holistic CCG tracking. Dude, I totally agree with you. I'd be super interested in chatting. Yeah, I think there's a huge missing market. It's weird. Everybody uses like Scryfall and all that stuff seems so good, but it just feels like they're missing the application part of it for stores. And I don't know if that's just because like TCG Player wants to not give you the ability to do much of it, or because people can't figure out a way to monetize it. But it's a little frustrating how TCG Player, they just increased the price for all this stuff. You know how much money I made TCG Player last year? And like, I get it. They did some stuff, right? Like they host the ability for the website. They generate traffic. They do a lot. I'm not like poo-pooing the idea of paying TCG Player, but holy moly, they made a lot of money off of me last year. And I paid my employees a lot of money to support the TCG Player business. So I think I would like to see them increase their software a little bit to help sellers. Like tools like this, there's just so many other things that they could do and have for sellers to make things easier, which would result in more product being sold for them, which results in more money. The problem is there's zero competition to TCG Player, and so it's really not required of them, right? Ooh, the Ozolith. I love it when there's just like random $25 cards you don't expect. Wish there was more of that, but Tormod's Crypt. Oh, I scanned that wrong. That's not a promo. I didn't do. What's up, man? A bunch of subscribers. Jamie, Glenn, the Cannoli. Oh, holy cannoli! The Cannoli subscribed, and Martin. Thank you for subscribing, my friends. Appreciate you. Yeah, shoot me an email at KitchenTableTCG@gmail.com, my friend. Plain white envelope tracking. Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, I get it. More expensive than is it? How much do you pay for that on eBay? Yeah, fees were nuts for us this year. I did the math the other day. It was not fun. You can scan on your phone and upload now? Didn't even know that. The phone scanner is pretty horrible though. Like this works so much better than the phone scan. Trailblazers boots. On a card. Puzzle box. More talisman. All right, so that would suck. That one's scanned in as 8th edition. So we have to go here. We have to reduce it from 2 to 1. We don't have 2 8th edition. Then we got to go back to it and we got to scan it in as Jumpstart. And then we got to save as new. Boom. Slightly less than overhead for brick and mortar store and oh, listen, again, TCG Player is a necessity for stores. I was having another conversation about this with somebody else, which is like, you have to, if you're going to be a successful store, you have to have a TCG Player business. I feel like my store is pretty great. But the amount of singles we sell in store compared to the amount of singles we sell on TCG Player is nuts. And that allows me to buy singles because I know that they're going to sell. Yeah, I have to pay fees on them, but I know that if I buy them, I'm going to be able to move them. If I was sitting on 10,000 singles in my store, it would take years for those cards to sell. And I think like stores have to adapt and add that. My TCG Player fees, they were probably higher than my rent this year. Probably decently significantly higher. Not than my employees' time, but like just rent and utilities. Yeah, they were probably double at least. We're using the TCG Player Quick List software. You get it when you hit seller level 4 and Pro. And you can upload directly. Why is this not? You can upload directly to the good old. Foils, I've noticed if you change the angle of the camera on Quicklist, at least it works pretty well. The price of progress. Whoa, dope. Anyway, it's fun to just hang out with you guys. I'm using a Sony ZV-1 as my camera, but that's just because it's the camera I use for the rest of my content. And then I have a good lighting setup. That's a pretty important aspect to it. There is a camera. I should just find this for you guys. I'm gonna pull it up on my thing. There's a camera that we switched over to at the store that works really well. And it's only $100. It's only $100, and it works really well, and it's really easy to move and to set up. Here it is. It's called the IPV Pro. Screenshot this, you can Google it. IPEVO V4K. It's like a little document scanner camera, and it works really, really well. It's like $100, something like that. Plugs in with USB. So like this camera I'm using costs $800, and then I run it to a $150 device that's quality. That's because I make content. This is completely overkill. Had a hard time with black cards, huh? Yeah, if you like increase the camera settings. You're welcome, Cody. Glad to help you. Ethan song. Have a good day, Ree. Thanks for being here. Lots of foil cards in this lot. Oh, and they're falling. Now, most of the time you're going to want to take cards out of sleeves and, you know, do the whole bit. With a collection this big, the extra time, in my opinion, isn't worth the accurate stuff. Like, I'll have a couple sales on this, I'm sure, which are like, hey, you listed this as LP and it was MP, and they'll want a $5 refund. For me, that's worth the time here. What is this? A beta red elemental blast? Is that what this is? Is that a beta red elemental blast? Not fourth. Not unlimited because it's black. That's a beta red elemental blast. Dang. Pretty sick. That's going to go on the list later. I'm going to keep. This is what I do. Things like that, they're really cool. I keep. Do you have any good for just doing a box of them? Oh, I would buy this. If you're going to be doing content, I would spend the money and get a Sony ZV-1. If you've got the ability to spend that, and then you're using it, you can use it for a lot of different, you know, things while you're I have a bunch of them. Actually, I have 8 Sony ZV-1s for the channel. Just because we use them for different, I use them for different camera angles and stuff. I would recommend just spending the money and getting one of those, or an equivalent, like a similar model. It's got 4K, and then you can use it for both things. The document scanner, I do not think would be a good, like, box opening content camera. Sony ZV-1. The Shivan Dragon. Revised. Bolts true. This is called the TCG Player Quick List software, my friend. You get it when you hit seller level 5 or 4, and then you become a pro TCG player account. You pay a little bit more in fees, but you get access. Need that just plastered on the screen. There's also the Scan Snap, which is like a document feeder. We tried that, but it put roller lines on the cards. I didn't really like it. Yeah, it's for pro sellers. But I mean, you can be a pro seller. It just costs you an extra like 1% in fees, I think. Speaking of which, if everybody could click the affiliate link in my description of my videos, that supports the channel at no cost to you. TCG Player gives me 3% of your purchases, which is amazing. So if you're looking to support the channel without spending any money on me, what's coming up, Tamish? All this stuff has been actually a pretty good condition. I would still say they're all like LP plus. I mean, like, you know, they've been played. You could, like I said, you get the other thing with Magic is the price between LP and near mint is like non-existent. Like the difference is, people do not care. Pokemon, completely different story. Pokemon, you have to have accurate listings because the price difference between a near mint and an LP is like, it can be 20, 30, 40%, you know, on the lower end side. Yeah, we have a card sorter coming. We're going to test it out on the channel and see if we like it. The problem with a card sorter is that it's not going to be accurate 100%. Our card sorter was like, it's going to be like $4,000. And if it works the way I think it's going to work, it's going to be so good for us. Shipping is set by sellers. So one seller could want to, you know, set their cards up to be shipped at a certain price, and another seller could choose differently. So it's going to be congruent to the seller that you're buying from. Ooh, look at that Enchantress, beautiful foil. DCI promos. I love DCI promos. Big fan of DCI promos. Birchlore Rangers. Basking Root Walla foils. Oh, foil Birchlores. Oh, gorgeous. Give them to me, baby. Foil Craterhoof. Oh, dude, you guys remember how good Craterhoof was? Collector Weef. Store price is the price that we have on if we already have a card listed. So if like we already have the exact card listed, it will tell you what our price that we have it listed for is. Canopy Cup. For cards all no, this is not faster. If you have a CVS, like cards in the same set, that'll certainly be faster. And more efficient based on the way that you will sort your cards. This is like, you know, typically this is really good for when somebody comes into store to sell cards, because you are showing them exactly what the value of their cards is. And there's like, negotiation wise, this saves a ton of time, because it's like, this is okay. It's like, hey, this is the value of the cards. They're not negotiating. Like, this is what we pay. This is the value of your cards. You've already kind of agreed to a percentage. When people walk in, we kind of tell them the percentages we do up front. And so like, it saves a lot of energy because you can tell them exactly what their collection's worth. It's called Magic Sorter. There's like a 6-month wait for it. Called Magic Sorter. Barseeks. It'll be interesting to see if we like it or not. I have not used one before. It looks similar to the TCG Player one that everybody uses, and it has a much cheaper price point. And so instead of spending 25 grand on the TCG player one, I wanted to test this one out because I much rather have 10 of them than one of them. And you know, that's a possibility if we really like it. We're going to do some cool stuff with it. Like the idea is you'll be able to bring in your collection, and like we will buy your collection, obviously that's like the idea, but also if you want to, you can bring in your collection and we'll sort it for you, and we'll charge you per 1,000 cards to alphabetically or color sort or whatever you want to sort your collection of Magic cards. And so I think it's going to bring in some really cool stuff for that. We kind of talked to some people in our store to ask if that was something they would be interested in, and they were. Oh, Scott, you've got one. Sweet. That's really good to know. So I'm excited for that. And then if it works good enough, and it's efficient enough, I'd love to open that up to like people who support the channel, to do like a discounted rate for them to sort their cards where they could send it in. And then if it works for that, I'd like to open it up and start like a little mini business where we have 10 of those sorters somewhere, and we're just constantly sorting people's cards and sending them back to them. So there's a little behind the scenes of the future of some business ideas. When do you run Magic Standard? Oh, run it already. Yeah, dude. What's up, dude? Hey, we run on Thursdays. We have a new community that's just getting started. Thursdays at 7 o'clock for Standard. We got like 5 to 6 guys who are actively trying to grow the community. It's a brand new format for us. So come on Thursdays at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And join our Discord server, man. All that stuff. We're almost halfway through the non-foil side of stuff. I don't think we're going to be able to stream tonight, unfortunately. I think I'll probably have to be doing this. Got enough done. Definitely not the most efficient way to do it, but it is the most fun way to do it, though. What's up, AA cards? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Regal Force. My kid went back to preschool today. Whew. I'll tell you, love my kids. Glad she went back to preschool today. It was a long 3 weeks. Like you get into that system of that, like, you know, routine, and being out of that routine. Whew. Ready for it today. Got to go to the gym and work out. I get to work today. Good stuff. It's good when I get to work. I get frustrated. Soul of the Harvest. That is a Magic 16 promo. Remember those welcome decks they used to do? So good. Great welcome deck story. I once acquired like 5 cases of those welcome decks. This was before I was a store. I was an RA in a college, and the RD was like, hey, we can't give these away because like we're just not comfortable with Magic. Do you want them? And can you do something with them? And we had so much fun with those decks. Like what got me into Magic was those starter decks. And it's like what got me into selling Magic too, because there was in those starter decks was a Vampire Nighthawk, and that was like a $3 card, and I had like 100 of them, and so I traded those into the store to like buy actual cards. It was my first like win as a Magic financier, and since then been all losses, baby. That's all we do. Promo pack. Everyone's feeling the peace with their kids back in school. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Sometimes I feel like incredibly guilty for that, but all right, come on, Wood Elves. You guys remember this dual deck? Oh, it's not scanning because it's picking up that one. That dual deck was so much fun. Elves versus... What was it? What was that? Elves versus... Goblins. Elves versus Goblins. That was so much fun. I think one of my first dual deck experience. The Magic Sorter, I believe, was $4,000, something like that. All right, I'm going to make some space here before I knock over these cards. Okay. The other problem when I'm streaming, like, efficiency of space doesn't exist. But it is more fun for all of us. Sorter or time? Oh. I would go with the question is, do you have the space for the sorter? That's still the question for me. I still don't know where I'm putting it. I legitimately don't think I have space for it. But I also know I need it. So it's really complicated. Pulling Ritual. Ooh, another Legends card. Harmonium. Man. So freaking cool. Summon Elder Dragon Legend. Flying Rampage 2. Pay 3 during your upkeep or Chromium is buried. That is not an efficient card. 7/7. Power Creep has really done that one dirty. Play LP though. What is up, Phyrexian TV? Glad you're here, my friend. Dude, I wish I could put a card sorter on my kitchen table. I guess technically I could. I feel like my wife would probably not. Oh, I'm still scanning as MP. I'm gonna pull the Chromonium because I'm gonna pull that one and look. Run on them. Food truck style Magic Sorter. That'd be amazing. Drive around. I think she would be fine with it. Like, she'd be fine with the basic premise of it. I think it would just take up so much space. She'd be like, she'd let me have it for like 3 days, and she'd be like, hey, this has to go. Ooh, Edgar Markov. Let's go. I just sold my Markov deck. I traded people. I was like begging people in my store. I was like, I'm so sick of my commander decks. Somebody just trade me commander decks. Somebody actually built me a commander deck to trade for my Edgar Markov deck. Grimgrin. Oh, dude, my favorite. My favorite of the zombie commanders. You have to move Matt's to eat dinner. There's always cards on the table. That's the nice thing about having the shop right now is like I can just take stuff there. Just to move it. Get out of the way. But then the shop just gets so messy. Bristly Savage. Goro. Oh, are these the pre-release ones? Oh, these were the exclusive pre-release promo cards. They're not foil though. Yeah. That was weird that they did that. That was a weird thing they did. Are these also pre-release? Yeah. That was a weird. I don't like that they did that. Hunting grounds. Hydro Crisis. Love it. I guess I could try to show you guys when I'm thumbing through the foils so you can kind of see. Yep, we're moving our way up on the value. One Piece. Yeah, I want them to add One Piece and Lorcana. We get a ton of Lorcana trades. And it takes forever to do it without quick lists. It sucks. To look up every card individually. Ugh. Once you use quick list software like this, going back to doing things like the way you had to do it before is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Yoda, the oil's back in the box. One. Joda's gone way like. Oof. Magic cards right now are so weird. The prices are so things don't make any sense in Magic pricing world right now, in my opinion. Like, I used to be able to think through the market and speculate, and now I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't understand it, and I don't want to do it. Just buy cards, sell cards. Don't worry about it. Because the print runs got so weird, and like their release schedule and the restocks got so weird too. Like, you never know if or when a set's gonna get restocked. Oh, when they reprint Shieldred. Yeah, I've got a Shieldred. I need to list of my own. Not like it's just like at some point it's gotten too expensive to not get reprinted. But then what's like Markov is a prime example. Like, how did Markov miss a reprint in Lost Caverns? How did he miss a reprint in Lost Caverns? It makes no sense that he didn't get reprinted in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It would have, I mean, like, it would have been a huge win for Magic and for, it makes no sense. Not double feature, regular Midnight Hut. I guess he could get it in Carlisle Manor. Oh, Modern Horizons 3. That's a good look. Yoko, you always got good looks, man. Be interesting if how that card handles a reprint like that, to be honest. $25? Like, where does it come down to? Then it's legal? How does it happen in MH2 or MH3? Then it's legal in Modern? How are you going to have an Eminence card legal in Modern? Oh, you're talking about... inconsistent reprints because of firing their staff at Christmas. Yeah, I mean... well, their communication between teams, I do think is pretty messed up. I think that's why you see so much reprints in like the same 2 set. I just bought a bunch because of the Shelly price? I don't know what you're talking about. Stang. Ooh, I'm hungry. My belly is hungry. Oh. Did you buy a bunch of Dominaria United? You bought a bunch of the singles. This is the double feature. The problem with that set is it is shielded or bust, man. There's like nothing else. It's nothing. There's nothing else in the set. I thought about buying up a bunch of collector boxes off a store. And oh, these are also pre-releases. So weird to me. I'm tired, guys, dude. I worked out this morning. Back hurts. Cedrus. Fearmonger. One of Josh's favorite cards. Lots of foils. I did not anticipate how much this was going to be foils. Brennan 6. Have I heard of Tonal? Oh, no. I've been doing CrossFit. I haven't been doing the home gym thing. I've been doing CrossFit. Oh, that's the list. Sold 5 copies I owned before. Times were lean. Listen, I think that card is bound for a secret layer reprint. And that's going to be interesting. Because, like, what do they price the secret layer at? Will be real. It seems like a hard card to reprint outside of secret layer. Reaver Cleaver? Winota pre-release. Oh, are these pre-release promos expensive because it was 2020? Interesting. Era Arian and the old Legends cards are so cool. Got that Praetor one right here. So I need the list. I feel like March of the Machine didn't do as well as it should have. That seems to be really cool. And I feel like it kind of just died off. Like all the Nebuchadnezzar. Oh my gosh, the legends are so cool. It'd be so much fun to do like an original EDH thing where we just make commander decks that are with the legends. So cool. Niv Mizzet. So like Niv Mizzet, is that really gonna sell this new Ravnica set? I don't think so. Islander with just the dragons? That'd be so much fun. Be like way low power too, because your commanders wouldn't be freaking broken. I've been frustrated with commander lately. I just feel like when you don't play commander for a while and then you hop in, like the power level feels so strong. Overdark. Rammies Overdark. Tap to destroy target creature which has an enchantment card played on it. It's so specific. It's so specific. We're doing a Return to Ravnica block draft this weekend. Be a bunch of fun. You get a pack of RTR, a pack of Gatecrash, a pack of Dragon's Maze. Oh, okay. It's 12:30. We're gonna stream for another 15 minutes or so, and I gotta help with the kids. So thank you for all of you who have been here hanging out as we scan some cards and do some values and hang out and talk about Magic, talk about card games. I bought $30 sliver tokens the other day. The original sliver tokens. I had no clue they were 30 bucks. He was going to give them to me. I was like, well, why don't we scan them, see what they're worth? They're worth 30 bucks each. Crazy. We're going to run some deals this year for sure on Patreon. We're actually going to open up the Discord server to non-patrons, hopefully this week or next week. And patrons will have some exclusive deals, but they'll also have exclusive sections in the Discord server. And then patrons will also get discounts on some stuff. It'll be pretty cool. I'm hoping that it grows the Discord. The Discord's, it was all right in 2023, but definitely when everybody went back, when everybody went back to work and everything, it definitely took a hit. And so I want to spice up some life in my Discord server. But yeah, we will have patron sales. What kind of patron sales would you like to see? One of the problems we're having with Magic, that even if I did things at my cost on Patreon, I would lose money, or you wouldn't buy it, because a lot of the stuff is like already below cost on TCG Player. That puts it in a weird place for me, Magic wise. So hopefully that changes. Hopefully that changes and we get a little bit more balance here, where even if it's at my cost, I'm fine with selling it at my cost. I just will have to want to buy it. Whisper Swick. Oh, more of the buy and break stuff. Yeah, I want to stream twice a week is kind of my goal. So hopefully we see that. It's tough with the kids. The kids just like aren't sleeping all the time right now. So like if I start streams, they may be late, which is fine. We stream for 2 hours and start at 7 o'clock. This should be fine. Or start at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Fine. Winter Orb. Masters. Man, I love that artwork. Another Winter Orb. And then another Winter Orb. Winter Orbs all around, baby. This is a revised. This one is 5th edition. Yeah, 5th edition is 20. Then a Worn Power Stone. That is MP. I would sell 2 pages. I have not bought the collection yet. We're valuing it out, and then I'll pay him. And it'll be kind of based on percentages of AO cards and stuff. So it kind of depends on how many cards 4th edition. Kind of for a collection like this, I'll value things under $5 at a different percentage than like over $50. Like we'll do that kind of thing. If it's over $50, he'll get a higher percentage. This is somebody I've done a lot of business with, so. But this is a guy I've done a lot of stuff with, so he sends me boxes and we scan it in, and then we kind of discuss the value. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's a lot of work. This game is it's a lot of work to make money when you're doing Magic. Easier ways to make a buck, everyone. But it's fun. Listen, I get to spend every day. Think about this the other day. I get to scan in Pokemon and Magic cards, make content for a game I love, and get to interact in an LGS all day. This is a good gig. There's easier ways to make money. Not sure there's as much fun ways to make money. Keep having a thought to trade in my Magic for sorcery. Hit me up if you wanna. We did a lot of that with beta. Did a lot of that. People trading in. So if we open up the Discord, I think it'll be really good because we can then have like that. It gives me a way to have announcements to just my viewers who aren't patrons. So we can be like, hey, we're going to have a live stream tonight. Hey, patrons, you get a discount on the live stream, but then also the non-patrons will still see that we're doing it. And I think we're going to move to, like current patrons aren't going to have to change anything, but then every new supporter will happen via Discord. I think it's going to happen. What is this? This is Urza's saga. All this work for 50-cent card. Yeah, I mean, like when you get to be playing with Magic cards all day, it's not a rough life. There's days where things get stressful for sure. But I feel like the store has reached its like crossing point to where I'm not as worried all the time as I was. Of like, is this working? Is this not working? And what do I need to do? There's a lot of foils. Holy moly, this is all foils. Maybe I already scanned the non-foils of artifacts. I think that's what happened. All the artifacts. Hey, that's actually a good stopping point, I think, in the box. So I'm gonna like this. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Pretty cool value. We had hit up to about probably TCG low, probably sitting at just over $1,000, $1,200 maybe. Really cool collection, really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out while I was working. We'll do this every now and then. I mean, 2-hour stream, hanging out with you guys. It seems like views are pretty good. People hanging around, fun chatting in the comment section. So if you are ever interested in selling your collection, that kind of thing, head on over to email me at KitchenTableTCG@gmail.com. Other than that, be on the lookout for when we do open up the Discord server for non-patrons and stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to hopefully work on that. I got to get this collection purchased first. I got to do the work first, and then I got to do I can do the fun stuff of setting up things for y'all. So hopefully you guys have yourself a great day. Remember to have some fun today. The video we're going to put out in about 30 minutes. I'm going to launch a video, and it's going to talk about just challenging you to find a new way to enjoy the hobby this year. So have yourselves a great day. Be kind to the people around you. We'll see you guys again next time we do this. Thanks for being here.